Okay, let's play some Shadow of Tirisfal. We're going to go with default. So the players get to choose which character they wish to play. I'm going to go with a Shellcaster. This is a Dota Style map. 5 versus 5. You fight down the lanes, build up your hero power, work alongside your creeps. If you're new to this game, then you would want to check out Advisor Gillifor. He gives you a bunch of tips. So you got, did you know tips? You can kill your own minions and towers, but the opponents will still gain the full golden experience bounty, so you don't do denies so much in this by the looks of it. Here are the heroes that are on your team, so these are the heroes that the players have picked. This one is mine, and the advice for the Shellcaster is, in general, he summons the armies of minions and sends them against your opponent's towers. Use the momentum of your minion waves that have clumped up, quickly switch lanes to use every opportunity to push. So you might ask yourself when you join a game like this, what items do I go? It says, a good item to build towards in the early game is Volcanic Hammer. That's a tier 2 item. You can find tier 2 items over here. So that's the Volcanic Hammer there. So to get the Volcanic Hammer, you require the Fiery Soul, a starter item, and the Storm Hammer, a tier 1 item. These are the starter items here. So here's the Fiery Soul. This is what I would have gone with. It'd be the +3 health regeneration. Very good for a tanky style character. And the Storm Hammer is the other item. Then we would go and combine those and get ourselves a nice strong item. We've got healing cells, clarity potions, and that's about it. You can also teleport around. So I'm going to come over and click that I am ready to start. All players must do this, and then we will get the game going.
Being a bit late with resubscribing, but there you go.
Thank you, Steely, there for the resub. Much appreciated. And Hypnotic, thank you very much there for the sub with Twitch Prime. Welcome. You have this option here to send like a giant dragon to clear one of the lanes, or at least fight down it. But the danger is if you do that and the enemy players kill it, you're going to essentially give them 400 gold each. So it's a little bit of a risky move. You don't necessarily want to use it unless you're desperate. So you've got your starting items and your tips and advice. So it says at the start, basically just stay down your lane, work as a team, use regeneration potions. Then in the mid game, you're going to work towards pushing towers, work on your tier 2, your tier 3 items. Watch out for quest spawns. So after a period of time, you get quest spawns, and those allow you to sort of work together as a team. You want 2 players at least to work at killing these creatures. So next stage is the late game, and that requires Lawkeeper Tomes and Tome of Necromancy. So in the top left over here, Lawkeeper Tomes. This is all very much late game stuff. Oh, okay, we're going to start moving off now. And at the bottom right, there's the Tomes. And those are like permanent buff to how your character behaves. For the rest of the game, you deal 50% additional damage to enemy units that are below 30% health. You can TP around the map using your Staff of Teleportation. That's one way to get around. 100-second cooldown. We're going to go with Muscle Eyes. We're going to just reduce the scoreboard for the moment so I can see a bit better. Muscle Eyes is a target unit. That unit takes damage until it dies. After its death, a Shell Elemental raises from its corpse. The Shell Elemental can cast Tidal Surge. So we want to start fighting these creatures. Oh wow, they're aggressive. So we don't want them getting the last hit if we can hold it. I'm going to stand here and try to block him from getting the creature. Oh no, he's going to do it anyway. And now he's trapped, hopefully. And there's gold coins as well. Oh, he didn't get trapped completely. But he didn't get exactly what he was after, I don't think. Wobble dude, thank you very much there for the sub.
Coming soon. Are you prepared?
Oh my goodness. Yes, well, this isn't a political channel, but yeah. As prepared as one can be for something that hasn't really happened before. I think we carry on creeping still. You got these heals over time and mana over time. Oh, gold. We'll have that, thank you very much. Now the nice thing about these is it actually says in the tips that if you get hit, it doesn't interrupt it. It's only if you get hit twice, so 2 consecutive hits in a row will interrupt the effect of the heal or the mana regen. I've got Cleave here as my passive, and I love Cleave so much. If anyone's played Warcraft 3 melee, the Pit Lord is one of the most fun heroes to play, if you can actually get him like boosted up in strength. So, increases the shell caster's attack speed by 4% and causes 25% of his damage to hit nearby enemy units around the target, so he's going to hit multiple targets with the same hits. We got Frost Armor here. That could be useful. But at the same time, I've lost my summon, so I think I might put another point into Muscle Eyes and try to escape whilst I'm getting body blocked by this ethereal Fred. There he is. Look. I don't know if I can use it versus heroes. I can't. So that's not really an ability you use versus heroes. You use it versus units. So we use Muscle Eyes again here. This creature, when he dies, will spawn a little summon for me. That will help me go about. I think this character might be used a little bit to jungle. You can do a little bit of jungling on this map, but I haven't really tried it before. Oh, there goes Tyrell. That's a bit unfortunate. See you later, Tyrell. We'll just have to see if they can deal with that. Okay, so Overclock now would be a good time to enjoy your healing salve whilst you're low on health. Tidal Surge. You lagged out. Are you sure about that? Are you sure you lagged out? He's trying to kill me. My summons don't last too long, or they can't take too much punishment. I think they might be getting focused by the spells. I'm going to use Healing Salve now. He's trying to go for the kill, are you? Really? You're not going to get it. I can enjoy the heal over time here. As long as I don't get hit twice. If Overclock gets back, we're okay. We've got to wait for the creatures to come again, and then we're going to pull this Knoll. So I'm going to aggro him, hopefully. Or I'm going to have to hit him to aggro him. There we go. I've lost my healing now for that. I actually accidentally just put Muscle Eyes on my own unit. So, sorry Mr. Footman, but that's it. I think when that Footman dies, I'm going to get my summon. There he is. And back we go, because there's a bit of focus I can detect from the enemy team. This is, after all, PvP. My summon does not do very well. Back, 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 back. I mean, he's alive, but at what cost? He doesn't last too long either. I thought he would play a more prominent role in this. I'm going to use my Cleave, level 2, to hurt these Banshees all clumped up together. We got 893 gold. If you remember, there's a tier 1 item called the Storm Hammer. It costs 1400 gold. So we're not quite there yet. We need another 500 gold shortly. Well, less than that now. Overclocked is popping over to see Sir Greymore. The thing I like about this map is there's details for everything. Like, if you're not sure what something does, this tells you what it is. I sell spell tomes for Tirisfal heroes. So this is a bit like Dota in the sense also that you do... Hang on a second, we're level 5 and I can't choose another point in clean attack in that. I might wait and not spend a point. We have Frost Nova. But if I wait, I can get the ultimate plus another point into Muscle Eyes as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But you have Alliance heroes. They're all themed. And you have essentially the evil heroes. They're all themed as well. So you get your own flavour of playing as the good guys or the bad guys. We could do more creeping here quickly if we pull this. Nope, maybe too late. I'll tell you what, I'll pull back and I'll do this creep camp. Ah, I see. There is a respawn, and I think as soon as that little arrow reaches the top, it should respawn. Let's see if that's the case. If not, I'm wrong. No, there we go. That was fortunate. I get to be right about something. So I can't even use Muscle Eyes versus this creature because he's too powerful at the moment. So that 66 gold, by the way, goes to anyone nearby, or at least the team. So it's always worth trying to kill those when you can. Looks like the PvP has gone down. Yeah, hero owned by Mr. Grey. Mr. Grey's on the enemy team. I can't heal my own summon, and my summon takes like focus from the enemies. Right, we've almost got the gold that we require. So we can go back and get that Storm Hammer soon. Although it's tempting to go and wait for the level 6. So there's Tidal Guardian. We could try the last push before heading back. So let's try that. If I can just fight this quickly. Sorry, Footman. You're going to be a bit screwed now. But this Tidal Guardian is like a tower that builds... It can be easily killed though. But I mean, I may as well use it whilst we're here. Whilst we're pushing. They're trying to focus me, so I'm going to focus Kitson right now. The Tidal Cut. Okay, there's my ultimate. It did well. So I think now's a good time to run. Now that the ultimate is used. I'm sure I can walk away from this, no problem. There we go. Heading back to base. So, coming back to base, we have... our advisor, Gillifor. And you can check out more about the tips, but you have to be nearby to do so. But we have the more important thing, Hugin. And he's going to give us our Storm Hammer. You can use the staff to teleport back to base, but it was actually suggested that you come back to base the natural way through walking. Collect your Storm Hammer, and then teleport back into the fight. Whilst I'm here, I'm going to get another healing salve. They're quite cheap. And you can teleport to these red pillars, or your towers. Ah, you can reinforce the structure if you're nearby. It's got a cooldown, but it's worth it if you're under threat. The Staff of Teleportation takes 10 seconds, though. So, just be aware of that. If you do cast that when you're being attacked, you've got to wait 10 seconds. I feel like I'm quite a PvE hero. I don't know what his hero does. I did take a time to look at the map, but if he's got a big red glowy thing above him, I'm not going to focus him too hard. I assume that will run out at some point. Yeah, okay. We'll wait until the next bunch of creatures come, and we'll start creeping again. We might want to try to find him and kill him, or at least injure him. Mr. Ethereal. Get the gold gems. That Fred. That them there, Fred. He's very aggressive, isn't he? Deep into enemy territory and doesn't seem to care. It's like a Blade Master or something. Look at that cleave, though. So he feels more of a PvE hero than an anti-hero hero. That's right, you heard. I do have Frost Shield I could use to heal myself, but I'm going to do my regeneration for now. Is this Dota free? Your ult is spammable by the looks of it. Ah, we'll take a look at it shortly. It has a 15-second cooldown, so it's not one of those like 2-minute long ultimates. It's probably good for pushing a little bit. I'm going to start creeping this. I'll wait until we move to the next section before I put it down. I don't have too much mana though. I need another guy. Pop out and he can give me a heal. Oh, quick. May as well take the gold if we've got it. So likewise, the other lanes have a different feel to them. Some are a bit more demonic than others. It's good versus evil at the end of the day. It does look very nicely touched up though, this map. Right, let's try a push versus the tower. Unfortunately, that Tidal Guardian gets focused by the tower as soon as he's built. Wow, look at that damage. The focus is strong, boys. I think I'm going to die soon. So I'm just going to run. I'm trying to heal myself. There we go. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. No. Damn it. My hero does not seem very good in PvP at the moment. Maybe he gets better as the game goes on, but I feel like I'm a much weaker hero. There are orange creep camps that could potentially be done, so I might take a look at those if I'm supposed to be jungling. If we look at the scoreboard, we can see the respawn timer. Everything is pretty clearly labelled. That's the amount of kills, that's the amount of deaths, that's the amount of stars you've got. Diasta's got a star, so good job, Diasta. That could just be an assist, to be honest, or something. Okay, so we're back at base. The suggestion for my hero was to get the Volcanic Hammer. So if I came over here and took a look at how much gold that requires. It says 1,000 gold, so just need 50 gold and then I can get that going. And then that'd be a nice weapon for me. Anyone got spare 50 gold? The small info in the hero select said your hero was a lane pusher. Yeah, well, if that's the case, then I guess he pushes the lane until he gets his ass kicked by the people pushing back. Ah, the patience is required. I'm sure you've all had that moment before in Dota games where you're like, come on, just give me the cash. Come on. So close. There's no point in me going anywhere else right now. I may as well just get this. 999? Hey, there we go. Okay. Right, I'm going to check out an Orange Creek camp. Let's see how we do. Doesn't look too difficult. Ideally, I want to be hitting that guy and cleaving. There we go. I can get cleave now. You see the damage that's being done to these units at the back? So I basically get to hit 3 units. And this guy's actually blocked. He can't even reach me. So this is some tactical creeping right here. I can just use Tidal Guardian as well. Although that's going to get killed instantaneously, isn't it? I really don't know if that is doing anything. I thought it was going to be good. Definitely a fair bit of gold for the creeps though. That was a fair chunking. I think chunking is a word. Oh, look at the cleave on this. This is going to be nice. I'm going to do frost armor. Oh yes. That is what we're talking about. This hero's now become the dominant hero in the game. He is the jungler. You don't mess with the jungler. Well, actually, you can mess with the jungler. He's quite easy to mess with. Oh, wow. Look at the push up here. Overclocked has almost got that down. This is one way to get your gold, though. Whilst these orange camps are here, you may as well do them. They have a respawn timer. I've got some spiders to fight now. This cleave is super useful. I'm just going to focus level 4 cleave. So it increases my attack speed by 10% and 50% of my damage hits the units nearby. So you can see just how effective that is right now. Are they doing a strong push in the bottom lane? Oh dear. That could be troublesome. I can heal myself. I'm just going to come over here and check out the tier 3 stuff. I wonder if there's something that uses the Volcanic Hammer. Ah, there is. Earthshaker. Okay, so we've got our eye on the Earthshaker. Although that does something against buildings. So yeah, maybe he is supposed to be for pushing lanes. I would think I would want an item that would allow me to move fast then. So I can push down a lane and then run away when I start getting focused. Where can I TP to over here? There's bad guys. I'm trying to TP to this guy. If he doesn't get killed, I'll be okay. Coming in, Mr. Grey. I'm loving the cleave though. Okay, so we got 3 down. Yeah, that summon doesn't last long, but at least the cooldown on it is pretty short. Diasta's playing as a Spirit of Tirisfal. I think that's like a wisp that acts a bit like Uda from League of Legends or something, like where you can choose different roles. That's what you want to play, tank, healer. You switch. Hello, Epler. How come 1k more viewers? You deserve it, thank you. I think it's Twitch front page. Your ultimate says it has a good range, so maybe put it further away. Good idea. So we try our ultimate over here and see if it can reach. It can! 1200 range, but it's very slow. Corrupted Tower. Let's try to bring that down before any bad guys come at us. I think I'm not going to be hang around for long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heal, and then whilst I'm healing, I'm going to make my way to the Orange Creek camps and try to do those again. We've got 1600 gold now. Can't remember how much that item was. It says total cost is 5,500. I've already got the Volcanic. And you need the Slayer's Rune from the starters area. I'm going to start this off. The Frost Armor, not only does it give me armor, but it also makes their attacks slow. So it's very useful for a tanky character. Slowly but surely. I think I might want another ultimate. I'm not even sure if that is an ultimate. Kind of an ultimate? Kind of? At least I can spam it. I can probably get 3 of them. I'm gonna get my Muscle Eyes. I can't use Muscle Eyes on these little creatures though. Or on creeps. I think you have to use it on the bad guys' team units. Okay. There's another Orange Creek camp. So let's get that going. Let's Frost Armor. And let's get into position. That's more like it. I hope I can take this. I might have got a bit greedy here. I'm going to have to find a way to run because I will die. That might be a bit too greedy. I'm going to heal and I'll come back. That restores health though. So we may as well just hang around and restore that health instantaneously. That guy's going to get aggroed again. So we'll go fight him. And our ogres. I think the summon is supposed to be used like snacks. Yeah. I should theoretically really enjoy that then, shouldn't I? Komodo hype. We got quite a bit of cash now. I'm going to just TP back to base. I know you're supposed to walk back to base, but I'm lazy. That's what I'm going to go and do. Okay, so we're going to get our heal. You needed another item actually over here. And that item came under the Earthshaker. Slayer's Rune. Slayer's Rune? So if anyone's played like Warcraft 3, you know, custom games, you can know sometimes how tricky descriptions of recipes can be. In this, it's a lot more simpler to follow. So I feel like this is a really good introduction for people that are interested into getting into Warcraft 3 Dota. If they were interested in that, you could use this map as a way to understand how a map like that would work. Let's come over here. The music is from BFA, yeah. Very calm and relaxing. Very nice. Earthshaker. Well, there you go. Now I've got an Earthshaker. Your attacks deal 50% bonus damage against structures. He's a tanky guy. At least I would hope so. Might want to... I'm not sure if there's any tier 4 stuff. It did say you get tier 2 and tier 3, and then in the late game you work towards Greymore. Requires level 4 of the form. Oh, that upgrades like a spell that you've got. So if you've got Muscleize maxed out, you can then get a level 5 version of it, where you couldn't normally. I'm coming overclocked. I'm on my way. I can probably put frost armor on you as well, which will be helpful. Alright, let's do my job and push this lane. Hard focus that tower. I should get one heal at least from that Tidal. As you go deeper into enemy territory though, there is the fear that you might get yourself a little bit trapped. That was... Tower has 650 range, just enough to reach that, so I should probably stick to keep putting that further back. I can't get another heal. The cooldown is so long. I can get another heal though, this way. Just spawn him again. So with this, your attacks deal 50% bonus damage against structures, so really, I want to be hitting structures when I can. If not, then just be pushing the lane. We're up to 2,100 gold. That's not a Tome of Strength, just in case you think it is. Oh no, the focus. Save me. Save me. I pushed too far. It happened. I don't seem to have much of an escape. So there was an item that could help me do that, like a blink or something. So I'm just going to pause for a second. Bear with me, apologies. I'm just going to open up something. Let's see things with this Naga hero going swimmingly. He doesn't even swim. He hasn't even got that going for him. Would be nice though, wouldn't it? Okay, we're going to respawn in a moment. I'm just getting some bits done whilst I'm waiting. Yeah, still not quite there yet. Okay. Right, alright. Sweet. That was it. Needs a little cheese, huh? This guy needs more than cheese.
Do you require a...
So if we come over to here, you can click on this multiple times to see all sorts of different tips and how essentially the game works. The respawn time increases. The creeps do give more gold, but that increases over time. So if you're worried about creeps being lackluster in the late game, they do at least give 60% more gold, but you have to wait like 36 minutes. We're at 25 minutes already, so you can potentially get a fair bit more gold out of them. I think I'll just look for another tier 3, maybe armor or something that might maybe make me move fast. That's got movement speed. So if you take a look at this, it requires Boots of the Vanquisher or Boots of the Ranger, which is a tier 2 item, and the Slayer's Rune. So if you came over to the tier 2, Boots of the Vanquisher, there's the Boots of the Ranger, and the Boots of the Vanquisher. It said or, so this actually even gives you a choice of, you can have this or that one. So we can buy either of those. This one is the one for strength though. You do not own the necessary components for this recipe. I see. So what you want is you want silver inlaid boots at tier 1. So there's 2 tier 1 items I want to get. We want to get the silver inlaid boots, and we want to get the Slayer's Rune. Do I play Dota 2? I don't actually, no. I had an interest in playing Dota 2 for the auto chest though. I heard that a lot of people are having great fun with that, but I haven't got into that yet. But that's something I might be looking at doing. Where's our movement? Silver inlaid boots. Okay, so we got a couple of items here. We're going to go to tier 2 when we get about 1400 gold or something like that to get that one. So we got a bit of a while. Looks like this lane is struggling. So I'm going to come here, utilize my cleave, and push down this lane. This game isn't that complicated. I mean, I would say this is, like I say, if you're interested in Dota, this is actually probably one of the easiest ways to get into it, is to try this map out. It's called Shadows of Tirisfal. It's a Warcraft 3 custom game. I'm going to armor myself up and try to push a little bit. Poor Diesta. Have some frost armor for your troubles. Oh, he's just healed himself there. Turns into a tree, does some casual healing. We can reinforce the tower. And get into a better position for my cleave. Get Tidal Guardian in the background. So you can see I can still hit some units further at the back. That's a really strange hero, this Dark Naru. It's one of the more complicated heroes in the game. Like, even when you play this, it has like a choice of, you know, simple ranged or simple melee hero, and then complicated melee. Also, well done, Diesta. You just managed to pick him off whilst I was yapping on there. I wasn't even aware of what was just occurring at that point. So, more love for the Tidal Guardian. Oh, you could have the or 800 gold part. Yeah, there is the or 800 gold. You either have the item or 800 gold, but the item costs 800 gold, so I just typically get the items first and then build up through the recipe. We're quite new to this custom game, but I did spot it when it was suggested to me. If you're new to this channel, I do basically daily Warcraft 3 content. So anything consistent of melee, that would be typical ladder games, strategy, those would be particular requests like, hey, could you straight tech to tier 3 and go mass frostworms and slow down all of your enemies, as well as steal one of their workers and build a race with that worker, because you can actually do that in Warcraft 3 as undead using the Banshee Procession. There's also custom games, which is what we're currently playing right now. That would be something like a Dota or a tower defense, hero defense, survival, arena. There's all sorts of custom games. That's the sort of thing that gets done on this channel as well. I don't really utilize this clarity potion very much. Hello there, Marcus. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, then just check out youtube.com/WTiiWarcraft, where that basically gets put on the channel daily. So if you've got an interest in Warcraft 3, I assume you do since you are here, then feel free to follow the channel if you like what you see, and stay in tabs. If you like it enough, then I would enjoy it if you subscribed, and definitely check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/WTiiWarcraft, for that Warcraft 3 goodness. I'm just going to concentrate on this tower because I do 50% extra damage to it. So I'm just keeping the focus on this corrupted tower. Another Tidal Guardian coming up. Oh, hello. Just about to get ganked, but took down the tower. Might just try to escape, but Kitten's getting super focused there for his trouble of trying to get in there for that kill. Overclocked, is he able to focus and get the last hit? Run. Run. Kite. Run. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Clucky. No, leave me alone. You can see the focus. I was almost able to escape there. Okay. Spirit of Tirisfal. You can see the items on the enemy heroes as well, if you want to get an idea as to what type of build they're going for. This guy's the agility guy. There's always an agility guy. There's a strong push on this bottom lane though. Very strong push. If you destroy these tomes, it should make the tower here vulnerable, which should then allow you to essentially finish the game off if you kill that tower, I believe. This is our first time playing this, because we did try this before and it crashed, but I spoke to the map maker, and the map maker created a new version of it, and it actually works, which is nice. A lot of the Warcraft 3 maps do actually work, thankfully. We're not 100% sure when Reforged comes around whether all these maps that you're seeing right now, these custom maps, are still going to work. If not, then hopefully people create new ones. Zach Roger, thank you very much there.
Good morning. I bring good news. I got into my top choice applied math PhD program.
Oh wow, that sounds fancy, that does. That means you can start answering all the math questions that get asked. So if I ever have to sort of say, what's 77 times 52? I shouldn't ever try to work it out live on stream. I should just ask you instead, should I? Is that what I should do, Zach Roger? There's that movement speed. That was what I was going for, wasn't it? I'm just trying to make sure I'm going for the right item here. Requires Boots of the Vanquisher and Slayer's Rune and 1700 gold. So we basically just need 1000 gold and we're good. The orange creep camps might have a bit of a long cooldown, or they don't show up on the map when they respawn. This is actually a green creep camp now, if you notice. Whereas I swear this said it was orange before. Probably orange, green in comparison to how powerful I am at this point. If you guys have any questions about Warcraft 3, feel free to ask them and I'll try my best to answer. In case you're not sure what it's all about. Real-time strategy in it. I thought this ability was going to be so much more important than it's currently been. Am I going to play the remake? Absolutely. I plan to create a whole bunch of guides for Warcraft 3 leading up to the remake, as well as once the remake has been created, so that way new players will understand better how to essentially play the game and get into it, because I understand it's very daunting and intimidating to come into a real-time strategy game, especially an older one, because they're more complicated in their mechanics as well as more difficult to play micro and macro wise. But if you can handle StarCraft 2, you should be able to handle Warcraft 3. I think StarCraft 2 is technically a harder game for skill. Warcraft 3 just requires a bit more practice and learning how creeping works and stuff like that, because that's something you don't normally have. What I'm doing right now, for example, is I'm creeping. So not only do you fight against other players, but there's also neutral hostile creeps that you essentially combat versus. And you want to kill them because they give you gold, they give you experience, which boosts up your hero's power. You use your hero's power for spells, you use those spells to kill your opponents. It all goes round and round. I might just be able to get this guy, if I can kite him a little bit. As long as he hasn't got like a spell, he's just auto-attack. No! Am I trapped? No! 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 I trapped myself! I couldn't walk here because that is a block. Yeah. Positioning is key. Well, that got a bit complicated. I used one of the tricks that you can use, which is to attack your own unit, which you can do in Warcraft 3 Melee, and it makes neutral hostile creatures stop attacking you because they no longer see you as a threat. That, for example, is a tip I would use. However, it doesn't work in this particular custom game. When I attacked my own Tidal Guardians, the creature still attacked me. So that was like a little cheap move I can sometimes get out of trouble with. If you ever find yourself threatened, you attack your own unit for a very brief moment, and then you sort of run away because you're no longer the threat to your opponent. It's because that unit is a ward. Could well be. I feel like I want revenge. I'm almost at 1700 gold. Where was that creature? Well, somewhere over here or something. He could have been... Yeah, he was like there. Should we try to get some revenge? Go kill that creature and then go get my item. The game is going to be over very shortly, though. I think as soon as this goes down, that should be basically be GG. So I don't know if I'll ever get revenge versus this ogre. Kidson throwing a little bit of salt there. I think we're just enjoying the game. I don't think we're taking this one too seriously. There you go. There's the GG. So much like most Dota games or League of Legends games. Oh, quick! Can we kill this guy in time? For Lordaeron! That's what a giant... No! Victory, but at what cost? Hang on a second. If I wait here long enough... There we go. Closure. GG. Well, that's Shadows of Tirisfal. Good starter map for people interested in Dota. The link to that would be in the video description below. So those watching on YouTube would check the video description below. Those watching live on Twitch, if you type in !map, I think it should be a command that should pop up there, and then you can see what map it is that we're playing. Although I can give you the link to that right now.